One chair for each of David and Kenny's spinal columns. We are the walking wounded today, people. Karsh is sick. Cookies is just sick in the head. Kenny out. He's got the poops. David, his kid's got him sick.
Yeah.
So we got Bobby on the ones and twos. Right now, Casper the Ghost is screening calls. It's going to be a big occasion.
Good thing nothing big happened over the weekend.
No, not at all. So here's what we're going to try to do. 50-50 split. We're going to go a little rivalry because it's not a normal NFL Monday. And as Rico told you all last week, the Lions had their homecoming game against the early Bill Snyder Kansas State Wildcats in the late 80s. So while there is a topic, it's not huge news. So we'll start with the MSU Michigan stuff. Here's how I want to do this. Rico, do you have your bell? Okay, I want to make sure you have your bell because here's what I want to do. I'm just going to present to you in one foul swoop the rivalry thing, meaning, okay, here's a PSA to start the show. That's number one. Then the little bro moment. That's two. And then I'll give you the thing I actually want to do, which is football.
Okay.
At any point in this, if you feel I am out of line, missing the mark, or you just have something absolutely remarkable to say, just ring the bell.
Gotcha.
Because I'm very easy about this. But I feel like if we collectively present all three of these things, it'll give us the best chance to actually have remote, decent conversation. Good? All right, rivalry PSA. First of all, I told you, I hate losing this game. Like, I don't like my rival. I want to win the game. But I got nothing left for you on the other stuff. I don't care. First of all, I didn't find out about the postgame stuff until about an hour after the game because, admittedly, I went to the World Series. Okay? So I was out. Second of all, if you're going to approach this, now listen, the one thing Rico and I are not going to do is the mental masturbation routine. I'm not going to gaslight you. And I mean, I gotta call Stoney because Evan read me a tweet he sent out there. I go, oh boy. And Johnson today, John this morning, I hope he had a hole cut out in his pants. Give it a little more room down there because I'm not playing this game where one side's clean and the other's totally at fault. It's just not reality. As I said to you when the tunnel thing happened, both teams want this to happen.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Anthony Jones, over-aggressive on victory formation. I don't know. You see that half a dozen times. And a little scuffle breaks out at the end of the game. You want him thrown in jail? Go ahead. Colston Loveland. No, he wasn't leaning forward. No, it wasn't light. Or it was a headbutt. And then it's a dust-up. That's it. That's where it should have ended. Now, one team rushed the field. The other didn't. Now, you want to start adjudicating Zapruder film and doing all that, I leave that to you guys. Does it sure look like a couple of big-name Michigan players are stomping someone who's not a member of their team? Sure it does. I don't care. I don't. MSU's already said they're not pressing charges. They're not going to take it there. Rico and I have a common agreement that Michigan State, they kind of, well, they're not kind of, they're weak. The leadership's weak. The PR department is one of the worst in America. They don't stand up for themselves. So I don't expect anything from this. Go.
What I'll say about this, I need Michigan State to do things publicly the way Michigan did it publicly. If you're going to do this, if you want to get the groundswell behind you, remember, I think it was the only time that Ward Manuel and Jim Harbaugh were in the same room at the same time and actually agreed upon something. Other than that, You never saw them ever together again. Contract negotiation? Nope. But wait, tunnel incident happened. They spoke out. For Michigan State, they do things in the background. They do things in silence. And it always looks like, well, you always get the short end of the stick. Like, I would like to see a little more anger, a little more passionate, a little more just sticking up for yourself. That's what I would like to see from MSU.
Yeah, it'd be nice. I live in a world where I've never seen that. It's just not how they approach it. And that's why they get victimized. And again, Michigan will always win the battle of public outcry. What happened on that field, you could lay blame both ways. But I'm not invested in it. I don't care. As far as Colston Loveland's little bro thing, whatever, man. Seriously, if you guys want to get upset by it, win the game. It's not 2007, guys. I'm not a 26-year-old kid. I'm 44. The little bro thing with Mike Hart, it was fresh. It was new. It triggered this decade where MSU rose up, and it was whatever.
It became fuel for Mark D'Antonio.
But it's played. And, I mean, when Chase Winovich did it before walking out the door, it's played. And when Colston Loveland, who's a very good football player, does it, but he's never going to have to play in the game, it's weak.
Very bitch-like.
Well, it's just stupid. It's dumb. I mean, you want to use that word, that's you. I'm just saying for me, it doesn't bug me because it doesn't matter. Like I always used to say, before you arrived and MSU was winning games. I'm pretty sure you brought down the rivalry. The point I'm making is it doesn't matter. We beat them 100 times. The minute 101 happens and they win a game, it's going to go back to this. It's who they are. So, Spartan fans, you want to be upset by Colston Loveland, I would just say if you're expecting these people to be different at any point, that's on you. You're going to drive yourself to madness. It's who they are. So you just win the game if you don't want to hear it. And MSU largely gave the game away. And that brings us to the football. Listen, Jonathan Smith said something. You and I talked Saturday night briefly. I said to you, I didn't think he was ready for this game. That I'm not going to get bent out of shape, but no, I don't need him yucking it up with Sharon pregame. Don't need that. And I just didn't feel like there was enough fire, both from the sideline or from the team. I thought they were businesslike. I thought they were tactical. I thought they played to the best of their limited abilities. But he said today, check this quote, "We won't forget Saturday night, I promise you that, but we're moving forward." He felt a genuine dislike between MSU and Michigan and the fan bases. And after experiencing this one time, this thing is different. And that crystallized for me on Saturday, close quote. Well, good, because you better figure it out. It is different. So from a Michigan State standpoint, football-wise, it's hard for me to railroad the whole game plan when it worked, but it was lacking a few things. Like, great, you're a 75% run team now, and we ran for almost 170 yards, whatever it was. I needed 3 or 4 max protect, play action, downfield shots. Like, that's where the big advantage was for us. Didn't happen.
Heaven forbid you actually have like this freshman wide receiver who could actually catch passes and do nice things.
The Marsh touchdown late almost upset me. Like, oh, good, I'm glad you ignored him for 50 minutes.
No Will Johnson. Let's not take a deep shot.
The other thing that bugged me is, guys, you're going to use the quarterback in the run game. It's a read option. Michigan's edges, and Josiah Stewart's a wonderful football player, the coastal transfer. They were crashing without any fear of the quarterback pulling and going. You needed to mix that in to chill them out. That's how you help your tackles. I really felt like they left meat on the bone. Jonathan Smith did a terrible job in the first half. You got to call timeout. You can't take delay game. Missing that 25-yard field goal, I speechless. Yeah. Before the half was the real problem. You got 26 seconds left.
What's your plan?
You can't do it. You can't be uber conservative and then go from being Iowa to being Mike Leach, Texas Tech 2008. Can't do it.
How about this? You caught a break. Michigan misses the extra point. That sideline, that team was down. And then they scored, and then they missed the extra point, and they were like, oh, we do suck. Yep. Oh, man. Get the ball, take the knee, go in at halftime, you're up. I have no idea what that game plan was. I don't know how they were planning on filling that 26 seconds. They got the first down on the run, and then
they were going for it. They were trying to kick a 55-yard field goal. I mean, look, not a great job. For Michigan, here's the question. Sharon emptied the cupboard. I mean, they went into the cabinets. They found the spice you hadn't used since your Nona died. A little double reverse annexation of Puerto Rico. I'll take that. Hey, Kurt Campbell, you here? Yeah, coach. Hey, you got a running back pass anywhere? We'll take that. It's great because Michigan, in the absence of being able to just overpower people, you got to go to the trick plays. You got to do some stuff. They effectively ran a 2-quarterback system.
I told David, if you want to win,
this is the way.
This isn't what you want to hear from me, but you got to do both quarterbacks. You just can't rely on one. When the time comes, you mix them up. And apparently the MSU defense and Joe Rossi had no idea when Alex Orji is in the game, he doesn't pass.
No, and look, here's one thing. I will meet you and probably the whole Spartan fan base on the middle on something. I have no idea why you have two safeties 10, 12 yards off the line of scrimmage when Orgy's in the game. However, how much of a difference would it make when our defensive ends got treated like children facing Andre the Giant? I mean, Hinton alone on two of those Orgy runs completely caved in the edge.
Well, see, I think it would have made a difference, Mike, because you saw it the week before against Iowa. We're just going to load up the line. So if you happen to pancake one, we got two people behind him.
Yeah.
We're going to stop the
It wasn't
run.
ideal. But here's the problem. And this is something I said to you last week why I didn't have huge confidence about winning the game like a lot of people. I said, look, I think we got a shot. But I'm not ready to sit here like we're in the lead position. Rico, 5 Big Ten games. You know how many sacks MSU has?
Yeah.
1.
Yeah.
When we blitz, it's pointless. We can't get anywhere. We don't have the horses.
Yeah.
So, look, overall, here are the 3 ways we can do this.
And real quick before that, I would like to.
I was kidding about the bell.
I would like to introduce Malik Spencer to Colston Loveland because apparently you don't know what he looks like, you don't know what his number is, and you just flat out refuse to guard him because you just kind of let him run around. It felt like that whole when TJ says, "How in the world is Cooper Kupp always open?" Yeah. I felt that way about Colston Loveland.
He's a good player, but if you put enough people on him, you force the QB to look somewhere else.
That halfback pass. Let the other 10 guys worry about Dono.
Just stay with 18, please.
You stay with him no matter what.
It was a good throw by Dono.
It was.
That wasn't bad.
It was.
But yeah, look, guys, I guess the way we're trying to spell it out is, I listened to the morning show. I mean, John's living in an alternate universe. I can't do it. No, Loveland had Butler. And Anthony Jones was over-aggressive on a victory formation. What do you want me to do? You want to throw Anthony Jones in jail? Great, send Loveland with him. I mean, what do you want from me? It can't always be one side's totally right and the other side's totally wrong. And I'm not here for it. It's 60, it's sunny. I got enough problems in my sports world. I got the Yankees giving away a World Series. I got the Giants about to get banged by Russ Wilson tonight like it's his honeymoon. Are you kidding me? I bet on the Bears yesterday.
Mr.
Okay.
Dangerous.
Hail Mary. I blame Rico for that. That was a message from God. So, look.
Well, I had to stay up late and almost watch my team give away another double-digit fourth quarter lead.
What? So, look, I'm happy to talk about the rivalry with you. I'm more on the football side of it. I apologize if you think it's bad of me. I'm not getting bent out of shape by the little bro thing. Guys, like I said, man, it's 17 years of it. Like, it's pointless. The kid can say what he wants to say. You won the game. I think it's weak when you say it and you're not playing in the game again, but that's their move. It's what Hart did. It's what Chase did. It's what Colston did. Even Colston said, I shouldn't have said that.
He got caught up in the moment.
Even Sharon Moore and Jonathan Smith both said neither of our teams handled it right. So why the hell are we doing shows on this station where one side wants to pretend it's the other side's fault? Guys, save that for November 5th. Keep it out of football. No, you know what I'm saying. It's like I can't waste my energy on it.
Yeah. Each team wanted it to happen. I'm just believing of that now. Whether it was Devin Bush, whether it was the tunnel, whether it was this. You could have done a lot of different things, but in the end, you wanted it to happen, and it happened. And then it was, oh, it was your fault. No, it was your fault. No, you wanted this to happen.
You could also, if you want to call up and tell me what you think should happen, I'll listen. I won't be mean about it. I won't be smug about it. But don't ask me to get up here yelling and screaming. Can't do it. The little bro thing, can't do it. It's pointless. It's dumb.
Oh, you did forget one thing.
What'd I forget?
And you know what? Maybe we can get to that next.
Tease. Radio tease.